Hello, Swivel Heads. This is Greg Allison, Green Gregs, coming to you on the 5th of August. It is 21. Time on deck is 23,400 hours. It's almost the 6th of August. And so we are at a point now, a real critical point in the history of what's coming at us, because it is now estimated that Iran has just 10 weeks till they get the bomb. What does that mean? Well, Israel takes it very seriously, because Israel has always said they're not going to let Iran reach that capability. And indeed, they are now talking about they would act unilaterally if they have to. Although if the United States don't get involved, there's a lot of signs that they may get a lot of support from Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia is also an enemy of Iran. Iran, through the Houthis, have been attacking Saudi Arabia and Saudi Arabian oil fields quite a bit. So the prospect of Iran having the bomb is as alarming to Saudi Arabia as it is to Israel. So it will be interesting to see what happens in the region in the next 10 weeks. Maybe nothing. But, if Israel is good on the promises they've made, and they're trying to get the world to go along with them, but they have indicated that they would act alone. Wow, guys, this is crazy times. So what could happen? And could it blow back on us? Well, if there's enough warheads exchanged, from Israel hitting Iran, and what 2 or 3 of Iran might have, possibly, that could make for a mini nuclear winter. It could make for a radiation event. It could be a globally catastrophic event, and it could escalate. It could pull in other countries. And that's where you could have all manner of problems. And it could also wreck the oil fields in Saudi Arabia, because Iran will likely lash out at them. It could really disrupt global fuel supplies. Gas prices might shoot up. But the worst thing could be that if Iran deems that we're involved in it, they may activate their sleeper cells, which could take down our power grid here in the United States, or hacking, or who knows, maybe even an EMP event. And maybe that's why having 1, 2, or 3 may not be enough to prod Iran into or starting a war by themselves. Maybe they want enough to EMP America, and it wouldn't take but 1 or 2 to end Israel as a nation. So because almost everybody in Israel is around, Tel Aviv, Haifa, that's it. So they're not going to nuke. Definitely, they're not going to hit Jerusalem. At least I wouldn't think we would, because that's the holy site to all these religions, right? And so, guys, we're living in peerless times. Just remember, hey, guys, if you're not prepping, do it now. We don't know what's coming in the next 10 weeks. Maybe nothing, but the prospects are a little too high. So, I got a special running right now with prepwiththegregs.com. You can get $300 off a 3-month supply of food that lasts 25 years, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you get 2,000 calories a day. You see my video I just did with John Hollerman. He says most of these companies are only giving you 800 calories a day. So this is a great deal. This is real food. It's freeze dried. It comes back, just like it was before. Real meals, 3 meals a day for 2,000 calories. And it's hard to beat. And you also get about 25% off of a 1-month supply. So check it out, guys. Prepwithgreg.com. Also watch my videos, how to eat free from the weeds and trees. That may help stretch this stuff out, and learn how to garden. Always go to Truth Market to get seeds for your garden. It's not too late to garden, guys. And I have the links to that for most of my channels. So check that out and get ready. Whatever way you can to prep, do it. Do it now, prep, because we're looking at this stuff. We're looking at supply chain disruptions already in play, and we're looking at the prospects for more what you call that device here somewhere. Hang on, guys. Perfect prop. We're talking about these down. More of these downs. You know what I mean? Try not to say too many words in here. We're talking about these downs. Yeah, get the picture? Possibly. Of course, there'll be a lot of resistance to that. So God knows what's going to come out of all that, right? So we're going to share some stuff here in a minute. I'm gonna share some articles. I'm gonna read some chat. I don't plan to go too long tonight. I got a headache. It's been a long day. Hope you like my interview with Dr. Peter Vincent Pry. Check out my interview with him. I did that earlier, did it at lunchtime today. It took for a long lunch. It took a while to process it and get it up. Excellent interview. Dr. Pry is not only a weapons systems expert, an expert in the field of electromagnetic pulse, but he's also a historian. And he really let the historian side of him, come out today, painting the picture between the 1930s and where we're at today. Whoo, it is so close. It's scary, guys. It is scary. We are in a pickle, but it seems like, I don't know, we might have been in better shape in the 30s. But let's go in some articles here. Let's do a little sharing and see what's cooking, what's going around, what we want to talk about. And we'll come back into the chat room. We'll try not to take too awful long today with all this stuff. And just give me a minute to get all this sorted out. Share button. I gotta get all my screen sorted out. Sometimes you just gotta bounce around a lot, right? Here we are. So Benny Gantz, the defense minister for Israel, he's the one that made this announcement to the UN Security Council, the UNSC, right here. You see, guys, UN Security Council. And he was telling them the time has come for tangible actions, including militarily, against Iran as hardline president comes into office. Of course, if you hadn't known, today was the day that the new hardline president, who's often referred to as the butcher of Tehran, Ibrahim Raisi, just got sworn in today, this man. And he is known as a hardliner. So it's seen as a sign that that Iran's not going to be compromising. They're not going to be letting up. They're digging in their heels and they're going harder line. Very unfortunate for everybody. Meantime, Biden is still trying to renegotiate the old treaty, which Israel don't want any part of, and now Iran don't even want any part of, because Iran is heck bent to build what they want to build. And Rouhani from Iran actually admitted that Bibi Netanyahu was correct in his allegations that the Mossad had stole files from Iran detailing their plans to build a bomb. They were denied for. Now they're saying, okay, yeah, it's true. So it's apparent now that there's been some of a confession made by at least Rouhani that Iran is on that path, or at least they confirmed the materials were stolen, and what was alleged to be in them was their plans to build a bomb. They were absolutely planned to do it. That's what they were all about. Well, that shouldn't be a great surprise, right? So, but what does it really mean? And do we need to be involved in that? I personally think we ought to get the heck out of Dodge over there, but we've been so involved in it so long that Iran has dubbed us as the great Satan. They have ever since Ayatollah Khomeini. Now we got the Ayatollah Khomeini. But this new guy apparently may be the replacement. Maybe they may not have an Ayatollah. It may be a president this time around, because he's such a hardliner. He was handpicked by Khomeini, by the way, guys. He was elected. He was handpicked. So, and you can see what Benny Gantz was saying. Again, he's the defense minister for Israel. Iran has violated all the guidelines since the JCPOA. That's the treaty that Biden wants to get back into. And it's only around 10 weeks away from acquiring weapons grade materials necessary for a nuclear weapon. Again, time for deeds. Words are not enough, he says. And economic and even military. Otherwise, the attacks will continue. There's been a feud going between Iran and Israel, and it's really hot lately. I just did a video on the ships that's been hit, and also on the capture just recently of Panamanian flagged asphalt barge tanker. It is, I should say, the Asphalt Princess, which apparently was hijacked by the Iranians. So we got all these tensions, guys. And it's ratcheting up. We've had people that have been no longer with us because of the so-called suicide drone, how the drones commit suicide attack, on the ship earlier last week. So this is what we're talking about, guys. It's getting really serious. Rise, he said, his government will support talks that guarantee national interest, but will not allow negotiations for the sake of negotiations. They're really not interested in negotiating, guys. So check out a couple other articles on this. It's all the same thing. All the same thing, guys. All these articles are telling us the same story. Israel demanded UN action. Oh yeah, I didn't see in these articles, but Mr. Gantz was asked if Israel was prepared to go along, and said they would. He said absolutely. He said yes, absolutely. So Israel must act without delay against Iran, he says here, and would retain the right to act against any Iranian threats or attacks on citizens. But he's also said he would go along. So this is more of the same stuff, a little different, cut on it. So the Panamanian asphalt Princess tanker that was taken, earlier, they had the attack on the other ship there. So let's see. Anyway, hang on, let me get this other article. There's one more article here. So it's the same stuff. Nothing, a little different. Each one of these articles got a little different twist on it, bring up another fact or two. But see that Friday they had the attack was against the Mercer Street. It was a Liberian flagged, Japanese-owned petroleum tanker, Mercer Street, but it was supposedly operated by Israel. But not only them, also the U.S. Now, this is back to last February. This article came out. Blinken, that funny name for our U.S. Secretary of State. Blinken. I hope we're not blinking. Blinken warns Iran is weeks away from the nuclear bomb. Way back in February. Well, I suppose it's a few less weeks now, if that's the case. But so, Iran's not Israel's not the only one that's been claiming that. So there we go. Enough said for all that. I'm going to stop the share. Hello. Everybody's doing all right tonight. That's where we're at, guys. It's the tensions are going off the roof. And so I think Israel and even Saudi Arabia may collaborate if the United States doesn't. And then, frankly, I think we ought to just get the heck out of there. What do we got to do with it? We ought to wash our feet and hands of all that mess over there. But that's just my take on it. But just a lot of people won't let us do that. All right, so we got some people who are getting scared. Let's see what folks are saying. Andrew, the first one in here with a comment. Hello, Andrew. And we got JoJo. Hi, Greg. Tammy Shirt says love from Canada. Well, thank you, Tammy. Chuck Norris Bang Bang Club. Don't pay attention to the fake news. Well, let's hope it's fake. So let's see what else we got. Israel does not telegraph anything. Typically, they don't. So, and they didn't say directly what they'd do, but they did say they would do something. So, you expect attacks on the facilities or making stuff if they do anything. So, the problem is that it's a little bit too far for their jets to strike without some other refuel support. But if they had support from Saudi Arabia, they'd have just about what they needed. So they really wouldn't need the United States involved in it. They still got to fly over Iraq, and Iraq is now in the pocket of Iran, though. So say Israel, then you know it's GB. Jason Smith, Saudi Arabia already gave the Israelis overflight permission. Oh yeah, I imagine they're going to let them refuel too. Saudi Arabia's having a big proxy war with Iran right now, and it's hotter than the one with Israel. And quite frankly, the Houthi rebels, the CEO of Saudi Arabia went in to Yemen, trying to put them down, and they've been striking back. And they've been hitting oil fields in Saudi Arabia. So they've had quite a little fight going on there. I've done reports on that too. Jojo, thanks for joining the chat, y'all. Glad you made it. Thank you. We got 82 in the room and only 27 thumbs up. Well, guys, this platform really dumps down on me sometimes, so I appreciate all the help I can get. I just discovered a new channel with in less than 12,000 views. It's getting subscribers. Brand new channel who gets like 3 times the subscribers that are views that I get. He only posts 4 videos. Well, I think he did 10 this last month. So the guy's getting, and he don't even do any information. Just walks around and talks. He don't know how to, and it's just kind of like walking around and showing what he's got. And it's a kind of a homesteader. I'm like, really? He gets all these views? Maybe I need to quit talking and telling you how to do things and things to be worried about. And I just walk around the farm with the camera and look, here's this, here's that. Maybe I just need to shut up. If I think my problems, I'm telling you what's going on. A few days always is in the house. Southern times we're living in. Yep. Let's see. You got that yellow shirt on. You like the yellow shirt, Jojo? City of London, the Bank of England. Yeah. Why would an airplane land on Michigan Highway? Well, listen, if we are in a military conflict, the enemy would want to take out our airfields. So having the ability to land on a highway gives our Air Force a lot of flexibility here in the United States. That's why. In fact, that's why the big part of why the interstate system was put in by Eisenhower was to provide just that capability. Just install a new fear, perhaps. Well, listen, guys. I tell everybody, be prepared, not scared. Don't be scared, be prepared. Either way, So let's see what's happening. Jojo, you can put your own toenail clippings in your garden that will enrich the soil. There you go. Thomas Lee, I'm your age, Greg. How many times have we heard this? X weeks to boom vis-a-vis Iran in our lifetime. Yeah, there's been a lot of sniping at different vessels going on this time. It's getting kind of a little too interesting. Let's hope that it just stays that way, Thomas Lee. Iran is controlled opposition. Well, yeah. And there also may be they're pawn for China as much as anything else. Let's see. Chuck Norris, Bang Bang Club, the juice, the oil market. Yeah. That was an awesome interview and good info. Well, thank you, Frozen World. So, guys, if you're just coming into this video, what I want to do, I'm actually trying to read just about all the comments. If you guys do that, it's kind of hard to read them all. I know one of these days we'll get too many, I won't be able to do that. So, your thoughts control your cells. Okay. There's the cells in our brain, right? Seen the big rigs deliver food lately. Yes, some, but I'm gonna tell you what, guys, the grocery store around here is getting, shelves aren't stocked up like they used to be. They're just not stocked up the way they were. I'm hearing reports of that in other places. Quite a bit. I did a video on that. A lot of people commented on it. Military planes landing on Michigan Highway today. Oh, it was more than one? We're practicing, guys. We got a big military drill going on right now. I did a report on that last night, the biggest one in 40 years, guys. the biggest naval drill in 40 years. They're gearing up for something, or just getting ready for it. Let's see. All right, everybody's scaring Andrew. It's Rage Against the Machine saying, military, all the military plans. Well, I don't know, Iran's a fake country, but who knows? A-10s, is that what was landing? A-10s? Chuck Norris? Johan McDad's McDonald's using an employee who was just growing the potatoes. Or using EM. Electromagnetism? I ain't scared of nothing, says Chuck Norris. Of course you shouldn't be if your name's Chuck Norris. Vivian says, we just got here watching from the beginning. Okay. Chi Martin is laughing. What you laughing at, Chi? Man is convenient boogeyman for the defense contractors. Might be that. Yeah. So, you know, hey, I was packed up and ready to go to Iran back in the hostage crisis. All my stuff was down at Pope Air Force Base, ready to be loaded on a plane. I was at Fort Bragg, sequestered. Couldn't go off base to my home. I lived off base. I couldn't go home. I was camping out in the arms room, which I ran. That's right. That's how the highways were designed. Exactly. And that was done by Eisenhower. That's why he set up the interstate system, guys. Yeah, the A-10 is an impressive troop support plane. You know, if you're a troop on the ground, you'd be glad you got those A-10s and the Apache helicopters and Coyote Warriors and all that stuff supporting you. And when I was in, it was Cobra helicopters. Those guys can put out a field of fire. It's unbelievable, especially helicopters. Those A-10s, oh yeah, you were glad they were on your side. All right. So Andrew says the United States Armed Forces are now actively practicing operations as if the country had been attacked, bases destroyed, and invasion haven't taken place. Well, we should practice for those kind of contingencies. Troops need to practice for what could happen. I don't mean it's going to happen, but they darn sure ought to be practicing that kind of stuff. They don't know what to believe, says JoJo, talking about the all those unspeakable words. So, all right, we get down. Yeah. Well, prepping for it don't mean you're going to have a war, Andrew. If you're strong enough that the enemy don't want to mess with you, then you've achieved peace through strength. But if you're weak, they're going to punch you in the nose and take your candy, or worse. I've always been preparing for war. That's right, Jason. That's what I'm trying to tell Andrew. The truth will come out, no fear. All right, JoJo, you're right. Eventually, the truth's going to come out. They try to bury it all, but we'll find out sooner or later. But what happened to JFK? A lot of speculation on that. Greg, I sent some mesquite seeds to you today. All right, Doug. That sounds good. Che Martinez says Iran and Israel ain't going to do Yaha. I don't want to say that word. What? GAY wars? Where do you get that? All right. Rage Against the Machine. Ask Ringrex what he thinks about planes landing on the highway. Yeah, that's training. Like I said, that's what the interstate system's for. And other highways, you know. Air National Guard doing training missions to touch and go on U.S. highways is definitely disturbing. Well, yeah, it's disturbing. That means they're really getting ready. That means they're starting to take it serious, guys. That means, look, guys, with all the tension we got with China right now, Russia right now, and Iran, I don't think we're going to, our military don't want to get it all, you know, I said there's a danger of us getting all wrapped up around Iran, because then, you know, the other actors could do things that we wouldn't want to see. North Korea can move on South Korea. China can move on Taiwan. You know, if all that happened at once, how do we deal with that? I think that we don't want to get wrapped up around. I think a lot of our military planners don't want to get wrapped up in Iran. You know, maybe we'll just let Israel do what Israel's going to do. If we get wrapped up, you know, see, what I worry about is Iran taking out a grid. That's our biggest thing to worry about. You know, there's other things to worry about, and seeing major disruptions to the economy, the oil supply, you know, blocking the Strait of Hormuz, which Iran could do, you know, attacking big time the oil fields in Saudi Arabia. It causes fuel shortages, price spikes. You could have global shipping issues. You know, there could be a lot of outcomes that we have to worry about. The worst one, of course, would be them attacking our power grid components here in the United States. But that would be supposed, I suppose, that Iran would think that we're part of what's going on over there. And we may be, I don't know. But I don't think we, you know, this is an Israeli issue more than anything else. But Israel's trying to get the rest of the world in on their side. Probably not happening, except maybe the United States. Darkness would be more likely by an EMP attack. You need to go watch my video with John Hallerman. We just talked about EMP and what it can lead to. And I did a couple of videos before that. One recently where I said that an EMP would be worse than you can imagine. And also did another one that said it'd be worse than a nuclear war. All right, NATO took control of Norfolk. Yeah, I saw that. Well, supposing we are, they put a command center in Norfolk, but NATO doesn't have a military per se. It consists of all the member countries participating jointly. But yeah, and these organizations leave a big distaste in my mouth. Starting getting bears here south central Alaska. Going to get some food supplies as soon as possible. Good idea, Bob, since everything's going to be trucked into Alaska, especially if we have a trucking shortage, shipping shortage. You guys are going to be up the creek. Prepare well in Alaska, my friend. So, yeah, I live in Alaska 2 years. Prices are already high up there because everything's trucked in. Hey, Scratch, how you doing? Mood Water Ranch is in the house. Very good. Scratch says they've been poking around for years. That's true. Greeks wrap things in grape leaves. I do that and fry them. Oh, I love stuffed grape leaves. Toughen up, Buttercup, full armors. That's planet. Yeah, we all got to be tough for the times ahead. We all need to toughen up. That's good advice for everybody. Toughen up. Heard that today. Governor Newsom signed a bill for healthcare workers. Rosenworld, hey Greg, what's the stuff I'm hearing about this Jupiter pull? Are there? Nah, I ain't buying that. This whole idea of Jupiter and these other planets kind of form a quad in the magnetic fields. Those magnetic fields ain't that strong over a long distance. I'm having a hard time buying that. Not worried about it. So not a good feeling. It's an empty Wally Mart here. Uh-oh. You know, your heart works harder to supply. Randy Cummins, how you doing, buddy? He says, I only live a couple hours from Fort Knox and Campbell. They can land B2 here if they needed to, especially around Elizabeth, Kentucky. Okay. Well, Huntsville's got over 7,000 foot long airstrip. They can land anything on it. Even they could have brought the space shuttle in from space landing on it. There's actually been talk about having the Dreamcatcher land there, which is a vehicle of hybrid space shuttle, basically. Hybrid engines like the one I got here, my desk side. Yeah, that was originally developed by Space Dev, Sierra Nevada. Is a company that's behind Chaser now. Oh, here's my hybrid motor. That's the Hart Cat's Prize motor. That is the granddaddy. The motor took Richard Branson. This literally is the granddaddy. The motor took Richard Branson to space. All right. Hope I give a heads up enough. Much love and respect, all. Yep. Hey, guys, it's a good thing to be prepping these days. That's all I say. Crunchy biscuit. Greg, I have bad news. Even after you blessed my corn, my whole crop got infested with cutworms and aphids. Oh, yikes. Yeah, cutworms will take things down real small. Aphids. Now, is your corn? Is it in a place where the wind can blow on it good? Is it really aerated area? That's interesting. Halo late night chatters. There you go, X on the Forest. Bob Dawes, mainstream news isn't reporting on anything. No, they never do. That's why you got me, guys. That's why you got me. I get my news from BitChute, says Scratch. Yeah, you can say a whole lot more on there than you can on here. That's the truth. I may have to start a BitChute channel one of these days. Dr. H. Ringgraves, in EU, there are plenty of highways that are backup runways. Oh, yeah. Well, see, Germany started that with the Autobahn. That's where President Ike got the idea. For so many things happening. What's the distraction and from what? Good question. Chuck, we kept the A10 in service 20 years longer than it was supposed to be. Yeah, that's true. There's some talk of a new A10. Yeah, they're going to put that thing out of service, but they've kept it in. Like I said, if you're a troop, I'm glad to know that thing has got your back. We need that tank with wings flying in the air. Yeah, they can take out some tanks. That's the whole idea. Bob Dobbs says Echo on the Forest, and Bob says, and the majority are zombies watching mainstream. Yeah, that'll turn you into a zombie. Rot your brains out watching television, anything on it. If they decide to land on main highways, they better hope they don't get hit by moose. Amen to that. I bet Bob Dobbs would agree with that too. You know, I lived in Alaska. I'm tell you what, guys, a moose will walk up the side of the road, and you're chuddling down the road. They'll just walk up there and they'll stand and just look at you. And by gosh, you better, when you get that moose, you better just stop, because if you don't, right when you get up to him, he's gonna walk right out in front of you, and it will total your car. And the moose will probably switch his tail and walk off, laughing at you. Or if worse, if you hit it hard enough, it'll clip its legs. You know, the darn legs are only about as big as toothpicks and they're 20 foot tall. Seem like it. Now they're real high. They can't. The main body of a moose is up over the hood of your car. So if you hit a moose, you're gonna knock its legs out, and then that 2-ton body is coming in your windshield. You don't want to be there. You do not want to be there. And yeah, that would be rough on an airplane. You're right, Katie. Is the rocket to Mars ready yet? Well, we got to work on that, right? We left Afghanistan in the last 6 weeks. Yep. So maybe there's another reason we're leaving Afghanistan, guys. Bob Dodge, much love, Ring Regs. Thank you, thank you. JMLO, Jason, just saw your post. Man, we got that. Yeah, it's good to see you back in the house there, Scratch. Missed you there for a while. And Iran even nuked Israel. Chase says Iran can't even nuke Israel. What makes you think that we're in danger? Okay, I'm not worried about Iran nuking a city in the United States. I have said many times on these videos that Iran has claimed that if they got in a conflict with us, they're going to try to take out our power grid. And there are many ways they may try to do that. One is hacking. The other is direct ballistic attacks on the grid components, mainly those big heavy-duty transformers I often talk about. And we know that there's 9 critical substations that have taken out would cause our entire power grid to have cascading failures and would fry a whole bunch of these other transformers. This would be overloaded. So this is knowledge. It's not. It's public. And one of the Iranian generals, actually the guy one time in the head of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, was told that indeed there were just 9 substations, so they could figure out which ones would take down an entire grid. And his response was, says, 9, I've already got 20 targetable sleeper cells in the United States. Guys, this could end our country. I mean, watch his last video I did with John Hollerman. It wouldn't take a lot to take this country down right now. And that's the crazy thing about it. It's why we need to get our grid hardened. It's why we need to take this stuff seriously about our power grid. And that's what I've been talking about here more than anything on this channel is the risk that our power grid faces. So we need to work that. So let's see. Pure silicon, rare earths, and semiconductor materials. Going for it. Gulf Stream is slow and weakness, signs of collapse. They don't know timeline. See, do you have any rockets operational? Ringlegs? I bet you have a place booby trap. Not quite, not quite. I just want to tell you if I did. And Barbie Thor. Hello, Greg and Swivelheads. Good to see you there, Barbie. That's right. So, you guys, look, I don't bring you these news to make you panic. I always tell you, never panic. I tell you, keep your eyes wide open and head on the swivel so you know what's coming at you. But be prepared, not scared. I mean, you can do everything you can do. Once you've done all you can do, there's no point in fretting over it. But there's things you can do to get ready should things go south on us. And preparations is a big one. But I also take serious the actions you can take by contacting congressmen and Congress quitters and others to make things happen in that venue. I've started the Freedom Restoration Foundation. I deal with a lot of that. I've chaired 2 power grid defense conferences. I've got a habitat design that I'm working on. It's really going to help things out. So, I'm actively involved in trying to make it a better world now. So we might just squeeze through these times. If we do, hopefully we'll be able to build this world better. And if it is taken down, we just got to stand up, shake the dust off, and then get to it. Arnold says, well, I finally get in here on time. Yeah, you missed the last couple ones. Esma, I think he got smuggled out. All right, so let's see. Rage Against Machine. Anybody seeing you roundabouts at intersections? Yeah, we're getting them all over the place here. Let's see. Scratch says, "Am good, thank you." Oh, mate, how's you keeping drop? Talking to drop. Oh, that's right. That's right, Chuck Norris. Moose will just look at you and stand there in the road, or they'll stand on, or they'll watch you coming at them on the side of the road. They'll watch you come all the way up to them, and right when you're up to, then they'll walk out in front of you. They do it every darn time. Yeah, my lesson was when I sell moose, I just come to stop. And if you come to complete stop, eventually that moose will walk across the road. Then you go. You let that moose walk across the road. Oh, you don't have any moose around there? Is it just your area of the state? I would hope. We have plenty up in the Fort Greeley area. You see them all the time. Roundabouts for checkpoints. So they're supposed to make traffic flow easier, Esma. Caught a moose calf. Moose calf. All right, drops. Haven't seen a moose since last winter. Yeah, you know what? It's been quite a few more years since I've seen a moose. I was in Alaska 40 years ago right now. 40 years ago right now. Guys, what y'all got against roundabouts? You don't have to stop. You can keep going. Everybody can keep going. You don't have to stop. Oh, well, Scratch, you got to sleep sometime. Deer can lick you badly once through the windshield, or kick you badly once through the windshield. Oh, yeah. Well, having all that weight come through your windshield isn't exactly a nice day, guys. Call the magic roundabout. Oh, my. No fear here, Echo. All right, good. Yeah, crimes will be piling up, Arnold, without power and comms. How are you going to get the other 10% without power? I don't say we have any comms except for battery powered radios. Buy a quarter for. People have to take their driving test, including it. There you go. It's roundabouts ain't bad. Come on, guys. Jeez. You know, a bunch of them in Washington, D.C., and I used to drive there all the time. So I got used to those roundabouts. Especially going down Massachusetts Avenue. I'm up in Kevin John, going all the way to downtown. Going through a lot of roundabouts. Sheridan Circle, and a bunch of those circles up there. Burning stoves. And deep weather clothing. Okay. I think I'm dozing right. Yeah, all right, fine, fine. I understand that. I'm drinking coffee. Keep from dozing. Wilford Wimmy says, I like roundabouts, even though it's your European. If I want to say that. Yeah. They are, but I like them. All right, we got to the bottom of the chat room finally. We got 94 watching, but only 67 thumbs up. All right, guys, give me a few more thumbs up. And what's happened with the thumbs down? Hey, if you're still in the room, you gave me a thumbs down, speak up. What are you unhappy about? Wood burning stoves and deep weather clothing. Yep. Well, I've ate some moose. Definitely ate moose. You know, so I had my friend Ed Kiker actually cooked moose, hamburger type meat into spaghetti balls. I've had moose balls and spaghetti. See, Drops Family Garden. If I ever find a baby moose with his mama, I will be riding it like a horse. I want to see that now. That I want to see. Hitler ordered roundabouts as a hit in history. What? Come on now. Roundabouts in Washington, D.C. before Hitler was in Germany. No. What? Roundabouts predate Hitler. The feed station. Well, there you go. Might work. All right, guys. How long we been going here? Go back to my screen. So I got to run outside and do a few things. So, yeah, I don't know how long we've been running. At least 30 minutes. Not real long. We've not been running real long, but guys, I'm probably going to call it a night here. I got to run outside and turn off things in the microgreen trailer and turn off the fans in the greenhouse. It gets some rain today. Frozen 75%, says Scratch. You know, it's been cooler here than normal last week. Loose tacos a few weeks ago. There you go. Get some microgreens on the loose taco. 44 minutes and Greg. Okay, 44 minutes. Yeah, we don't need to do a long video tonight. I'm not up for it. Did you all? Did I AW? All right, educate me. I'm late. My brain's not functioning. What's the AW stand for? Track message. I don't know. Did I AW? Hmm. All right. Scratch, you having a night? Good night, Scratch. What I'm gonna do with my day off tomorrow. So I need to replace my microwave. I need to fill out a form for insurance. It's been held up my vis-a-vis my dad's death. I've got, I got all these bills. You know what? It takes me forever just to find the time to pay all these darn bills. Guys, I got to pay some bills. I got to run some errands. If I can, I might even work out in the garden some. And then I got to get ready for the farmer's market. And usually Saturdays I'm wasted. I'm like 2 cents. I have to get up started at the farmer's market once I get home. All right, Katie Moore, it's a huge garden to nurse in the morning. Yeah. Traffic road. That was interesting. Some voice broke through. Baby Thor, always enjoy your live streams, Greg. Well, thank you, Barbie Thor. I will keep calling you Baby Thor. Get some sleep, Greg. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Not my shirt. Yeah, hey, I like these river shirts. They are comfortable and they're cooler than a lot of other shirts. Got water for the next 2 years. All right, Ed, you're ahead of the world there. Smoke is finally blowing into Colorado. Well, in Colorado, that's not good. Whew. Never enough time. Oh, Bob, that's just it. And that's why I really got to go, guys. Got 95 in the room. That's good. Appreciate everybody being here. Hope everybody's doing well. But we are going to call it a night a little bit earlier. Greg, what are you picking those rattlesnake beans yet? You know what? No. I had a hired hand that's supposed to keep them watered and she didn't do it. So they're gone. Anyway, I may plant some more. Actually, it's kind of late to be planting, but on my front porch, they just fine. I've thrown a lot of beans there. But, don't leave things to other people. Shoot, can't do it at all. Just don't work. 6:30. 6:30 in England. Wow. All right, Scratch. If you ain't gone to bed yet, you better go to bed, Scratch. Or are you just getting up? Dr. H, good night, Greg, and have a rest. Talk soon. Yeah, I got to run out to Mike Green's trailer and run out to the greenhouse. Where is a good place to start? Start what? All right. Hey, y'all want to take two of me going outside? You want me to do it from my phone? You want live? My phone. Oh, yeah, put up. You want me to switch my phone and go live walking out? I watch this. Guys, I work late tonight. I actually did my day job at 8 o'clock, 8:30, just so I could get tomorrow off. So I worked late in my day job today, really late. So I just did that, found a little time to eat, tried to catch up a couple other things, and then I come on here. Wide awake. All right, Scratch. Prepping. That's what we all need to be doing. Where's a good place to start prepping? Oh, I got it. Wow. You need to learn some basic skills. Something nobody can take from you. Learn some bushcrafting, do some camping. Don't just watch YouTube. Go out and do it. Go camping out. Do some hiking. Do some practice with that kind of stuff. Start you a garden. And this fall I'll be selling worms, hopefully. Get a garden. Yes, do a walkabout. There you go. Get a garden going, and then just start learning wild edibles. I got tons of videos on these things, guys. And then foremost, you're gonna need to stock some food up. Do what you can. Also, think about physical security with your home, if that's where you're gonna stay in a grid down situation. If you're in a city, don't think about staying there. Figure out how you're gonna get out of there, where you're gonna go to. You don't got 72 hours to get anywhere because you're going to get warlords taking roads over, basically, and the highway robbing them like we used to have in the days of old. Whoo! I moved Pacific Northwest, lots of water. Yeah, a lot of fire too, and heat, right? Yikes! People think that. All right. Which part you're in Spokane, Drops. Wow. How's things up in Spokane? super dry. Y'all get any relief, any rain lately? So y'all want a live walkabout outside? I'm not hearing anybody asking for a live walkabout, so yes, that's not the case. Drops. I was raised one. I'm already brainwashed. Store 2 years worth of food. Well, I say that's one of the good things about the Mormon faith. They at least teach you to have some food stocked up. So they got something going for them in that regard. Alrighty, guys. I think we're gonna call it a night here. Dry as a bone and getting all the smoke from Oregon, Cali, and Montana. Oh, that's not good. Not good. Rain next 2 days. We're supposed to get some more rain tomorrow. We had the full storm come through today. Sure, why not? I'm game for a walk. Okay, Frozen World. All right. Do a walkabout. All right. Hobble about, walkabout. All right. Well, I'm going to start setting it up here. I'm going to start until after I end this. So let's see here. Hang on, guys. Let's see here. Go to YouTube. Let me get this thing set up. Oh. Starship SN20 is rolled out. Cool. All right, where's my YouTube at? Ding, 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 there it is. Oh, hey, let's show you. I want to show you guys the channel. Hang on before I go here. Go to the YouTube channel. Let's go to his channel. That's just a video on it. Hold it up. Still there. Share screen. Ding, ding. There's a young man who is setting up in Arizona, close to where I have my property. He's got a brand new YouTube channel. It's about a year old. They say he's only done 4 videos in the last month, but if I count down here, I think that's wrong. It looks like he's actually done about 10, which is less than I do. His videos, he just walks about and points at stuff. He don't really do anything. He don't tell you how to do anything, as far as I can tell. He'll do something, and he'll tell you he did it. He don't show you how he did it, though. But why did he video stuff doing it? He don't do that. But maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe that's what's hurting me, because this guy, he don't even have 12,000 subscribers, guys. I got 40,000 more subscribers than this guy. My channel is nearly 3 times the size of his. I do lots more videos, and yet his views, he's the red line. He's the red line. I'm the blue line. He gets way more views than me. Way more. Check that out. And that's good that he gets these views. I don't begrudge him getting them. My question is, why am I not getting them? In fact, I don't get as many. I got more views back when I was a smaller channel than I get now, which is totally counterintuitive, right? Yeah, the platform's holding me down, guys. That's why I ask you guys to help me out. That's why I ask y'all to share my videos. That's why I ask y'all to give me thumbs up, guys. Because look at this. His videos have gotten 6,000, 6,000, 3,400, 5,500, 2,700. You know, I got videos that don't even hit 1,000. Yeah, 93,000 on this. 25,000, 22, 18, 18. This guy's rocking, man. 22. I mean, this guy is just rocking it. But all he does is just walks around. Yeah, I got this, I got that. This is what I got. You know, this is what I'm doing. But he don't show you how to do anything, as far as I can see. I've watched through his videos, and nowhere, and he couldn't even calculate how much power he needed with his solar. But he's, well, I got solar. I think I'll get this. You know, okay. But it's kind of cool, and his operating area is really close to what mine is, so it's kind of caught my interest. So I'm not begrudging the guy. I'm not shooting him down. Hey guys, feel free to go in there and watch his videos. Join his channel. you know, he's got interesting stuff. He's one reason I thought about it is one of his videos has popped up on my phone because I watched some of his videos. I'm watching them. I subscribe to him myself, guys. But I'm really wondering what's the magic sauce here. Why is this guy getting so many views and I don't get diddly squat? What am I doing wrong? Am I just telling you too much? And here's the other thing. There are channels out there that the guy don't know anything about electricity or electrical power, and they don't know anything about physics. They don't know anything about military, and they'll come in and they'll talk about power grid defense or power grid risk, and they will get 10 times more views than me, even a smaller channel than me. And then we'll put out information. Sometimes and there's other channels a little bit bigger than mine, but the guy who puts out information, sometimes it is technically not right at all, wrong, the opposite from what it is. And his views will just be killing. Nobody will question. Like, one guy said, you won't get an EMP or you won't get a CME from the sun if you're on the dark side at night. Wrong. Did you ever hear the Quebec hydro event? It happened 2:44 in the morning when it was dark on the other side of the earth and the sun. The CME comes in and hits the magnetic field of the earth, rings the magnetic field, compresses, and all that energy comes down the magnetic field lines. All these particles goes into the crust. I mean, why do you think you have auroras at night, guys? Why do you think you have auroras at night? I mean, holy smoke. So, but people put that kind of stuff out there because they really don't know the physics and nobody challenges them. And they're going to get their videos go. I bring you Dr. Peter Vincent Pry 3 times on my channel. I brought you General Krim Krosniak. I brought you Dr. Arthur Bradley. I brought you Command Sergeant Major Mike Maybe twice, who's doing the Freedom of Information Act on the power grid stuff. I bring experts. I brought Ambassador Hank Cooper, who used to be the head in the Pentagon of one of the biggest programs, the Strategic SDIO, Strategic Defense Initiative organization. He's huge. And then we get channels where guys say, I know somebody that's in the Pentagon. I know somebody that knows somebody, and my references say the asteroids are going to wipe us out, like last year. And I do a video, kind of mocking them about it. So no, it ain't happening. It ain't going to happen. And, but they get tons of views. And I just squeak along. And that's crazy. Who else brings you people like I bring? Who else brings you the guests like I bring for a channel my size? I show there's guys like Josh Rogan. He's huge. Yeah, he gets to interview Elon Musk because his channel is so big. Yeah. Okay, I got a small channel, for all intents and purposes. A channel my size, I'm bringing a lot of firepower. There's channels much bigger than mine that don't bring guests like that, of that caliber. So yeah, and I got Peter Vincent Pry in for my buddy Rex. That's how he wound up on Rex's show a couple of times. So I help Rex. Rex helps me. But these are huge guests, and they're huge subject matter experts, people that are involved in making stuff like John Harman I just brought in yesterday. So I had 2 good, excellent power grid defense videos on my channel here in just the last couple of days. And I've told you, I will bring you content second to none on power grid defense. Second to none. There's some guys like Christopher Green with AMTV, and he'll talk like he's the big expert, and he's selling books and courses on power grid defense and aquaponics. No diddle about it. Either topic. But he also sells Bitcoin, and back when North Korea was threatening us, how many times did that guy say World War III just started? World War III has already started. He said it all the time. You talk about fear mongering? Go watch Christopher Green. One moment, we're in World War III starting. The next moment, hey, we got great prosperity because we're doing Bitcoin. He has it both ways, right? Weird. Really weird. So we go here to my channel. Let's pull it up real quick. Yeah, like this, guys. Here's our video we're doing right now. If I was that other guy or channel my size, I mean, this should have had 10,000 views already with Peter Vincent Pry. I mean, This guy, this is a huge interview. And this one did well for my channel. This is a really good video for my channel. But, you know, compared to the one we just looked at, a good video for his channel is 20-something thousand, you know, and he's only got, you know, 12,000 subscribers. Here's a video I did a long time ago, you know, 8 months ago. This is huge good information. That's one of my better performing videos, but I promoted the heck out of it and I only got 15,000 views. So, you know, of course, I got my worm farm video. Believe it or not, this video gets more views than any video on per month basis, but it also makes me almost no money for some reason. Isn't that weird? It does have the ads in. For some reason, it just don't earn. That's just odd. It's really odd. I don't get that. But that's just the way it works out. It's not even on the chart of my videos that earn money on any given month, but it shows up as getting the most views. You know, there's some weird stuff here. So a lot of people go, why don't I do more worm farm videos? Well, actually, other than a couple of these, you know, these 3 videos here, or these right here, most of them don't get many views. The new one, some of the new ones just don't get views at all. And my gardening videos really underperform. I mean, if you look at this, guys, let's look at my latest videos. Let's go ahead and click on videos instead of showing what's on the playlist. It shows that for any channel if you want to know what is all on there. Most channels you can scroll down and go through thousands of videos on some channels, but mine will only scroll back for about 3 months, at least on my browsers. That's kind of weird. I can go look at somebody else's channel and scroll for thousands of videos. But I can't do it on my channel using the same browser. You know, I think the platform is just not in love with me. And I think it's a lot of why I'm not getting the views. So look here, 568 views, 550 views. There's my last gardening videos. 600 some odd views. How to start a homestead. Now that one did pretty good for a homestead garden because it got over 1,000 views. But a lot of my gardening videos just don't do that well. I'm gonna try to skip some of these live sessions here. There's an herbal video. Now this we have a great guest here, but we only got 639 views. That's kind of a shame. I should have done better. Yeah, I hadn't done many gardening videos this year because I've had a wreck. If I do one on food prices, that does well. That always does well, or usually. Yeah, here we go. Initiating the microgreens trailer. Now, this was a microgreens instructing video how to do things. This is a farming video. 624 views. And I tell you how to do stuff in this video, unlike that other guy in Arizona. Greenhouse and microgreens. That's what we're about to do is a late stroll. So I don't expect to get a lot of views. That's okay because that's be a late stroll video. But let's see if I find some more gardening stuff. Here we are, Truth and Ag. I had a guest here, Stacy Savicki. It says they had got 1,000 views. Okay, I'm going about 4 months now. Okay, so let me go further back and see how far I can go. Maybe they've lifted and I can go further back now. I'm back to play with, see how far to let me scroll. Go back last summer when I was doing more gardening videos, right? But the gardening videos just didn't really do that well, to be honest. Here we go. Safe zones. See, that should be one of the best videos. That one ought to be doing 30, 40,000 views at least. Maybe 100,000. I mean, that's a top-notch video. I've seen videos on similar channels that with less content in it make 1 million views. So isn't that kind of weird? Here we go. Here's a gardening video. 565 views. See there? There's another one. 925 views. So gardening videos just don't even hit 1,000 views on my channel. Aquaponics. That one did better, 1,200. Feeding turmeric, 840 views. Wild persimmons, 900 some odd views. Mystery Mint. See my herbal videos. See, these should be my top videos. But quite frankly, I'm telling you how to eat wild, weeds and trees. Those videos ought to be killing it. Oak leaf hydrangea. That's the wild toilet paper. So I don't get why those videos aren't just blowing up. Planting rattlesnake beans last year, 961 views. So there you go, guys. So some people ask me why don't I do more videos on that, and why do all these videos on stuff like we did tonight and yesterday. This is what gets views on my channel, so I'm telling you what's going on in the world, and it's a valid thing for people to want to know. That's why I cover that. All right, enough of that. Kind of woke me up talking about that stuff. We'll go out and shut everything down. I need to get the hay, guys. So let me come back here. I'll check the chat room just quick. So, guys, if y'all know how I can improve my channel, let me know. If y'all think there's things I can do to make it better. Oh, yeah, some people think I run too many ads. That other guy who is out in Arizona, he runs as many ads as I do. So it's not ads run. They can turn the electric off tonight. I wouldn't miss it or need it. Yeah, you might not, but somebody else might. So let's see. Jeff Mullinex, YouTube pushes his channel. Yeah, they obviously do. And that's okay. The guy is working to try to set up a new life. Frugal Off-Grid sells red and blue tea. He needs to come up with a white tea. Red, white, and blue. Yeah, that'd be an idea. He needs you as a marketing agent for him. Excellent idea. Hey, look, he's a kid, young guy. He deserves all the views he's getting. I don't at all begrudge what he's getting. I'm just wondering why, I'm not getting more views. And again, it's the algorithms don't like me because I probably tell too much truth on here. Dr. H, the real reason Frugal is popular is he's a ginger. Well, what do you think I am? Of course, I got my beard's gray these days, but I used to have a red beard. We need to make Greg a ginger again. Well, my hair is always the same. I'm a strawberry blonde. I'm not a carrot top. I'll keep my strawberry, guys. The movie is called A Few Good Men. There you go. That's a good movie. Bag it up here. Okay. I wish someone would do a video on how to hook up solar. I'm confused about it. Well, I will be doing some solar in not too distant future, guys. I like to put a little solar here. I need to put solar on my vehicles, and eventually, when I go to Arizona, it's going to have to be all solar or wind, because it's going to cost so much money to put other power in there. So I'm going to be totally off grid in Arizona. I like that guy. That's one thing about Frugal, but but he don't know how to calculate this power needs. So it's kind of interesting for you. But somebody will help him out. People donate a lot of stuff to him. He gets tons of donations. All kind of people. People send him materials. Apparently, he's got like a wish list, like you would like you were getting married for Lowe's, and people just send him tons of stuff. HD Rider, okay. Vivian, thank you. All right, guys. I'd be a marketing agent for you, not him. Well, thank you. I could use some advice. What do we do to get this channel popping, guys? Cha-Cha says, I would love to sit. I worry too much about water being on a well. Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, I need to put a little solar in here. I got there's a guy up the road here, apparently got a bunch of solar panels for sale. I found the cheap source for solar panels out in Arizona. Dr. H, you're funny. I hear pole dance. It's a good way to get likes. I got a funny feeling it might not work too good for me on my channel. I think I would probably lose or fill some more subscribers. The ones that hung on would probably make me want to leave. If people were hanging on to watch that. Yikes. Let's see. Dr. H says, Ring Graves, he might be better looking. Ha ha. Is that it? He's a big boy too. He's a big guy. But his hair is redder. His hair is redder. So I don't know, guys. I'm scrolling back up to see what I missed. I'm game for a walkabout. Okay, we'll do the walkabout, guys. Anyway, all right, everyone. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We're going to end this video in just a few minutes. I'm going to start up the other one. We'll walk out. They ain't no tweet. Maybe some kind of quizzes, contests, games, or giveaways to increase views and participation. And sometimes, somebody might set up some good quizzes. Maybe some mysteries, some things you got to answer. You got to watch a video at the end to get it. That might be a good idea. I'm so pressed for time, it's hard for me to think about such things. I'll have to, maybe somebody can help me come up with a few things to plant. Frozen World. It is webmaster and then what? All right, everyone. We're going to end this video here for tonight. And all I'm going to say is, I already want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody for coming in here. And, y'all do cheer me up. And I want to thank all the mods. I know you've been busy. And with that, I'm going to say, have an awesome, great night. Good night. Oh, come back. We'll be